Open your ears and lube up your butthole. It's time for the What Do We Call It podcast. Now, here's your host. It's Jmann. Welcome to the What Do We Call It podcast. I'm Jmann, and with me today is...
Number one fan, Tim.
Guess what we're going to talk about?
What?
Playing God.
Playing God.
It's an idea I had a long time ago, and I wrote it down the other day. 7 days to change the world in 7 ways.
Ooh. I don't get it.
Well, according to that Bible bullshit, you know, God, air quotes, created the earth and everything, like everything in 6 days, and then on the 7th day, he rested. Not I.
I think he should have spent the 7th day, perfecting the human brain.
Working out the kinks.
Yeah.
Maybe doing some beta testing.
Yeah.
Get the bugs out. Day 1. English for all. One universal language.
Just in this country? Or you're talking the whole world?
Everybody.
Why? I can see it. It's an easier language to speak, but I don't think so much to...
Even if they don't realize they're speaking it, everybody will hear only English.
Ooh, I like where you're going with that. That's good.
Because now all that fear of, what are these people that I don't know over here speaking a funny language saying about me? And they're just talking about their fucking grocery list. So all that fear that comes with the unknown, now you have the knowledge. And with knowledge, you garner power.
Nobody can hide secrets. I like that. That's good. I like that.
And it just makes it... And so all these different cultures that don't really understand each other, and you're saying, why the fuck are they doing that? You could ask them, why the fuck are you doing this? Like, why the fuck are you strapping 2 boards to your feet, going shooting down a mountain and jumping off a slide and then crying about your goddamn torn ACLs? Because you are a Nordic peoples and you like to ski jump.
Do you know what I am saying?
Just imagine how hilarious it would sound. I'm not saying that like ISIS beheading videos are humorous, which I watched one recently.
They're pretty disturbing.
They put it in fast motion, but he grabbed this dude's forehead and then he just started sawing his neck open.
Yeah.
It happened so fast. I was like, oh my God, the head's off already. This guy's a pro.
Well, they practice.
They must.
And they're teaching their young children over there to do that shit. There was a video, I didn't watch it, but there was a video where it was like 7 or 8 children wearing the ISIS uniform, and I think it was, they each had a Kurdish person in front of them, and they were executing them.
Oh, that's good.
What they're teaching their kids.
Always good to just practice your execution.
We can't even teach our fucking kids to write in cursive, and they're teaching their kids to execute people.
But I think part of what makes them feel like they're so mysterious and intimidating is that they're speaking a language that most of us don't know.
Yeah.
So they've got... And why is it that the majority of men's voices in other languages are all high-pitched? Like all these... You would think that a terrorist in your mind would sound like with this booming, ungodly voice that would inspire fear. But you're just like, that guy sounds like he's waiting for his other nut to drop.
Yeah, did he suck helium?
I don't know what the fuck you just said. I don't know. Am I supposed to be afraid? Or what are you doing? Are we bombing the Super Bowl? Or did you just tell me that I don't know.
They should sound more like they did in Hot Shots.
Yeah, well, they sound like gibberish.
That's essentially what the language is, I think.
It is. It's a lot of bullshit. So I would fix a lot of problems with communication.
That would fix all communication problems.
Well, that would fix the understanding. I don't know about the
okay, you know what I mean.
Social tendencies. Day 2. All pollution will magically disappear. A la Captain Planet.
That's what you want to do?
I want to clean up the air and the water. More trees will magically grow up in spots where we've cut down trees for stupid shit. And all those tanks and Jeeps and Hueys we dropped in the drink on the way home from Vietnam, gone.
A lot of that's turned into coral reef, That's good for the fish.
Whoop-de-goddamn do.
I mean, it would help.
I'm getting all the plastic and the fucking shit out of the ocean.
I'll give it to you. That's actually not a bad idea.
It will make it so much cleaner because what we're doing is poisoning the earth. We dump so much shit in the ocean.
Yeah.
Oil, toxic chemicals.
Well, we don't
old
dump
cars
oil on purpose.
Well.
It's not on purpose. But it happens. But you're right. Toxins, chemicals, plastics, all kinds of shit like that gets thrown in the trash, in the ocean constantly.
And it kills the native marine life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm helping the food supply by helping the fish bounce back.
Well, okay. Never mind. I was just saying, the ocean's plentiful with fish. It's not like
it might
entire
be,
oceans are missing fish.
but there's like floating lumps of garbage barges all over the ocean to the point where some genius kid came up with this idea for these giant nets in certain parts of the ocean that would just catch the pollution.
Yeah, those floating nets thing, those are pretty cool.
And then we just haul it out. But then it's like, well, what do we do with those plastic? We'll recycle it. But this is an imaginary scenario, so I can be as facetious as I want.
No, I like that. I wouldn't mind some lakes being cleaner.
Day 3. All members of drug cartels, violent gangs, and mobsters would magically disappear.
Ooh, I like that. Can we add child molesters to that list?
Hold on. Don't get ahead of yourself.
Okay.
I just think we focus... I thought of like the war on drugs and how many billions we waste. And all the violent crime that these assholes perpetrate down in Mexico with the narcos against the indigenous people of Mexico. Some of them being forced into slavery with the cartels to work for them, or they're going to get mutilated. Or, hey, don't talk to the authorities. We're going to cut your kid's head off.
Mm.
They're gone.
That'd be good.
They're gone. And did I include... You know what I forgot to include in there? Terrorists.
Yeah, you need to add that to that.
The terrorists are gone. The drug cartels are gone. I just cleaned up almost all of South America with the snap of a finger because of all those fucking El Salvadorian gangs and shit. And all these people that their lives are awful because of all these tyrannical, violent groups that just permeate the landscape with nothing but violence and fear and narcotics and bye.
Gotcha, bitch!
No, that'd be a good thing.
And then all their money is just like laying around. So, I mean, yeah, there'd be kind of a feeding frenzy for it, but hey.
Okay, well, that's going to be a nice question. Is it like they just poof disappear?
Yep.
Or it's like they never existed, which means the money's not laying around,
No, they just disappear.
Okay, so what would you do with the people that all of a sudden, like, hey, they're not here anymore. I will take over. I will be the new drug kingpin.
I think at that point, people would get the idea that some serious shit is going on and not to do that.
I disagree with you. I think people are greedy and stupid.
Well, I didn't say it was a perfect plan.
How about after they'll disappear, anyone who says, I'm going to be a drug dealer and starts acting like a drug dealer automatically disappears?
Boy, I don't know.
It'd be a self-cleaning system. You just put that in there.
Possibly.
Like that net in the ocean.
The net in the ocean.
I have absolutely no idea what's going on.
And now what is ISIS?
Well, at this point, I would say they wouldn't even be around anymore.
You never know.
They disappeared.
You never know. They might.
Well, that's why you put that rule in. If they say started being terroristic, talking terroristic, they just boop gone.
I'm just thinking of cleansing. I'm not thinking of a permanent solution. It'd be interesting to see like a reset button day. You know, the story of Noah with the 40 days and 40 nights of rain, and the earth was flooded, and that was like a massive purge of everybody for being sinful.
Even unicorns.
I don't know about that. I don't know why unicorns are sinful.
Well, they're not sinful. Okay, you don't know the song, do you?
Apparently not.
Okay. Well, it was a big song back when I used to go roller skating when I was a kid. And this song, my mom loved it, and it was kind of a song about Noah's Ark, and it was catchy, and it talked about why you never see any unicorns. Someone in the audience may know what I'm talking about.
All five of them?
It talks about, it's like he went and gathered up, rats and cats and elephants and everything, and all the other animals, but the unicorns were out playing around, and then it started raining, and they went running, but the Ark is gone, and that's why you don't see any unicorns, because they were too busy playing.
It's not as devious as I thought it might have gone.
No, it's not. It's like a song for kids and people like my mom.
But the unicorns danced and played and then drowned and died.
Yeah, it has kind of a sour note at the end, but...
Good night. That's all.
Now, it took me that long to explain that. I thought you would have known that.
I did.
All the information in your head.
You think my fucking mom sang to me?
No, but I thought you might have heard the song somewhere. No. Going to a Catholic school for so long.
Yeah, because they're going to talk about fucking unicorns at Catholic school.
Well, I thought that song would have been cool, because it's kind of a song about Noah's.
No, we had that stupid, faggy fucking Father Abraham had many sons, and many sons had Father Abraham song, but they didn't play a lot of Jesus music on us outside of when we go to weekly mass.
Well, that's just it. It's not really a Jesus song either. And I don't know what you're talking about.
Churchy.
Abraham's sons?
I don't know. Abraham had a lot of fucking sons, apparently.
Abraham who?
From the Bible.
Okay. I mean to read the Bible, but...
Ask a Jew.
I'm not that into science fiction.
Ask a Jew about Abraham. The way that we could talk about Jesus, they will talk about Abraham.
Okay, I gotcha.
So, he apparently liked to fuck a lot. Day 4. All rapists, pedophiles, and sexual predators will turn bright purple.
Ooh. Make them targets, yeah.
The Purge.
The Purge. And it would be legal.
Yeah. So once we get rid of all those assholes, I mean, imagine 24 hours of just nightmare violence against only those people. Everyone would be like, I can't wait to go shoot me some pedophiles.
I'd be looking forward to it, to be honest.
It would be so empty at the library and Target. There'd be like a few soccer moms, and that's it. All those weird creepers that just go there and try to bump into kids to start conversations and shit. They'd all be hiding in their basements, hoping that nobody found them. But they're not going to stop being purple after that day is up. You're purple now.
Forever.
Yeah, you can try to paint your skin and cover yourself in makeup, but purple.
Purple.
You're a bunch of fucking perverted grimaces running around.
Mm-hmm. God, fucking...
I know.
There's been a lot of that shit in the news lately, too.
Doesn't it make you so excited to think about, wow, we could just go out there, we know who they are, and then we can just execute them?
Slowly torture them. First, you spend a couple of days taunting them.
You don't have days.
Sending them messages.
You got a week here. You got to sit.
Yeah, but you want to do it
shit.
slowly. You want to just have some fun with it.
I guess. Get all of that negativity and pent up aggression out, and everyone's like, "Wow, I never knew how much I would like killing people. Kind of want to do it again."
We need some more pedophiles.
Yeah. Well. Day 5. All crooked politicians, cops, and members of financial institutions will float 1,000 feet in the air.
I like trap shooting.
They're just going to float. And at the start of that next day, you're coming down.
Oh, so it's kind of a, shit.
Yeah, it's a whole day of just mental anguish. They're like, all that shit that you've been putting out there into the world, all that bad karma, all that ripping people off, all that getting over on honest people, you're going to have a long 24 hours to sit there and think about it. And they're not going to know that eventually they're going to stop floating. You might have some stupid asshole executive on his cell phone calling for like the private chopper from the company to try to scoop them up. But it's like, you're 1,000 feet in the air. How do you know where the fuck you are?
I can see that going very badly. Helicopter comes up. Oh,
right, it's just chopping people all
Chops
over the
them
fucking
up.
place. It's going to be a slow rise.
Would Hillary Clinton be floating?
Probably.
Most likely.
Probably she'd be up there.
I think I would honestly say like probably 75% of politicians would be floating.
Yeah. Oddly enough, I don't think Donald Trump would be up there. And I'm not saying that like I'm pro-Trump.
He's not really a
He's
politician.
He's crazy, but he's not crooked.
Yes. I don't know. Some people say his businesses were crooked, and I know he's had businesses fail, but I mean, who doesn't when they start that many businesses?
Well, what he's done is manipulate the data to not show his failing so he could keep up the facade of being a business powerhouse. Unless he's ripping off innocent people to do so, he's got nothing to worry about.
It'd be pretty obvious if he was doing that.
You would think that they would have busted his ass federally by then. Day 6. You're going to hate day 6. All guns and bombs will magically disappear.
I hate day 6.
We already got rid of all those bad people, and now we're going to have to learn how to live without that power to destroy right there in our hands. You're going to have to go out there and hunt with knives now.
Instead of getting rid of the guns.
Nope.
Let me place an argument here. Okay? Bullets can't hurt people. That way you can still go trap shooting. You can still go target shooting because there's target competitions that are kind of fun. All that kind of stuff like that. That's non-violent.
How do you feel about archery?
Archery? It's not as exciting as shooting a gun.
Right. Well, you better get used to it because that's all I'm leaving you. You can go target shooting with a fucking crossbow.
Well, you know what? Day 6 sucks. Okay? It sucks.
But now we don't have the stigma of the ability for some politician to call in some launch codes and push a button and destroy a segment of the world.
Get rid of the nuclear rockets
with
and
the
shit.
nuclear bombs.
Let me have my shotgun.
Day 7. What's left to do?
Ooh, good question. What's left? Let's see. We got rid of the terrorists. We took care of the pedophiles, crooked politicians and bankers and businessmen and whatnot. Took care of drug dealers. Clean up the planet a little bit. What was the first one?
English for everyone.
English for everyone. Let's see. What can we do after day 7? What can we do to improve the world? People don't go bald.
Okay.
It's a small request.
Went a little bit bigger than that.
I don't know. You didn't give me much time to think about it.
They say, and on the 7th day he rested, but I don't rest. There's no rest for the righteous. I would cure all STDs forever, and there would be no more accidental pregnancies. You could just fucking enjoy. We've made the world a safer place.
Okay, yeah, and
a better place. So let's just sit back, relax, and put our dicks in each other.
If you want me to give better answers, you got to give me more show prep time. Be like, this is what I want you to think about.
This isn't the end. This is not where
I
you
don't
can
really
think about
16
stuff.
minutes in.
Yeah. What do you think about that last one, huh?
I like the idea of, well, I can kind of do it now because Mrs. Number One fan can't have children no more. Thank God.
It's a comforting feeling when you can just blow load after guilt-free load, because birth control, even the pill, it's not exact. It fails.
How do you think we ended up with child number 4? It's not exact.
Yeah, and running into a lot more people that say that the pill did not work. But then again, it's not natural to trick your body into thinking it's pregnant all the time so it doesn't get pregnant.
Yeah.
I mean, back in the day, those women, those like Puritans and shit, Jesus, all they did was just like bang one time and boom, pregnant. As soon as they're done shitting out that
I'm
kid.
sure it took more than that.
I don't know.
It was fairly often. There were large families back then.
Well, yeah, because like 9 or 10 of your 12 kids were going to probably die before they're 20. So that's kind of like what my boss does with hiring new part-time staff. He'll hire like 8 or 9 of them in hopes that we get to retain 2 or 3 of them.
Wow.
It's like the Oregon Trail mentality to rearing children by hiring part-timers. Yeah, you just, Billy died from cholera. Okay, well, let's get Billy number 2 over here.
Billy number 2, you step up, and now we got to make another child of some kind.
Which I got to say,
female, doesn't matter.
They had such large families, but there were like 6 names for guys back then. William, Jonathan, Michael, Thomas, George, Robert. What the fuck else was there?
Oh, I'm sure there was Abraham in there somewhere.
Not here.
Yeah, there was.
There couldn't have been too many Abrahams in the colonies.
Yeah, there was.
Just think about that, though, because it's like, oh, fuck, what are we going to name this one? Well, just let's not give them a name for a while, and then if one of the other ones die, we'll just do the switch.
Yeah. That's probably what they did.
Very sociopathic and emotionally detached.
Well, you put so much effort into raising a child and it just dies. But you got 4 or 5 more to take its place.
Of those items I just ticked off, those 7, what do you feel is the most important one?
Because I have 4 young children, I want to say getting rid of all the perverts and child molesters and rapists.
That's a good one, because there'd be a lot of purple people in India.
No, isn't that bad over there?
Asian country. There's so much rape in India, it's ridiculous.
Well, I think there's all kinds of rape in that whole Eastern Europe, that whole region, I think.
Once you get to India, that's
bad.
when the moral compass starts to just point downward. Like Southeast Asia, how much human trafficking goes on over there, how much prostitution and shit. And I don't think I really need to explain what's going on in the Middle East right now, all those Yazidi women that are being forced into marriages with ISIS fighters to be baby farmers, or in Africa with Boko Haram kidnapping young girls.
See, it must be hard for an ISIS fighter to create children because I think they're all gay.
Why?
I find that for situations like that, the more against they are of something is probably because they're ashamed that they are.
Well, we're talking about a culture where they say that homosexuality is a sin and they should snuff them out, but it's also okay to have male slaves and rape them, but only for power.
See, that's why I think they're probably gay.
I like how they just put in that closeted gay caveat into their whole system, like, hey, no one can have any type of homosexual relations or we will kill you. Unless it is a male slave, and then you can rape him for power.
Yeah, I just, that whole fucking culture, I don't get it. And then I don't get why Democrats support them so much, because everything Democrats stand for, these people are against.
Oh, well. I think that whole 2-party thing might work itself out with the crooked politicians.
Oh, yeah, I think once they all float off into the sky, I think it'll be...
They're just sitting there with nothing but time to think. Did you notice now, I tried to make it universally beneficial for all man, because that's the moral
I
quandary
did notice that
you have with the idea of playing God. The problem with the idea of playing God, a lot of people do it selfishly to serve only themselves or personal means for gains. And I was like, no, if I was to do it in this imaginary setting, I'd want to do it in a way that everybody would benefit, that was worthwhile. So I tried to make it not just about shit that I want. I do like that you went for the no balding angle, though. True colors.
Well,
shining
you know,
through.
I want to right a few wrongs in my life, I guess.
And starting with your hair?
Starting with my hair. I think I would look better with hair.
What kind of hair? Like long, flowing Fabio-like hair?
No, I just, short military cut. Just something up there to where if I wanted to make a style of some kind or grow it out, I could.
You basically just want your hair to be fuller so you can just have my haircut?
Well, not like yours, but I would just like to have a haircut. I'd like to be able to, I just want hair. My head won't sunburn as much. It won't get as cold in the winter. It won't get as hot in the summer.
That cold feels nice in the winter.
For a few minutes, yeah. But
No. As long as you cover your ears, it feels fucking awesome. Because all the heat's escaping your head. So it's just that when I cut my hair in the dead of winter and I go outside to leave for work, it feels awesome.
I usually bundle it pretty well.
It's refreshing.
Because I'm outside for hours at a time.
It makes me want to go swimming. Swimming in cold, clean, salt water like the oceans would be and the rivers and streams.
Can we have salt water not taste so bad? Like if it gets on your lips? You ever swam in salt water? I'm sure you have.
Yeah, I've tasted it. It's fucking gross.
Yeah. Can you with the cleaning of the oceans, can you make it not taste so bad?
Does the flavor really matter if it's full of fish poop?
I'm not too worried about the fish poop. I'm thinking
you're
it's
not
diluted.
at all worried about the fish poop.
I'm thinking it's diluted, but it's just maybe that's why it tastes so bad.
It's because of all the pollution.
The fish poop.
Well, my plan of cleaning up the pollution is going to help make the fish more bountiful. There's going to be more fish poop.
Okay, can you put in a filter?
What?
We got to put in a filter. Clean up the fish poop.
This isn't like the planet's a machine or anything. I was thinking almost like a Steven Spielberg movie. Because if you go M. Night Shyamalan, there's a twist somewhere at the end where the guy playing God doesn't realize what a piece of shit he is and he starts floating away, or he starts to fade away, or heaven forbid he turns purple.
Yeah.
Starts turning purple. He's like, what the fuck?
I swear to God, I didn't know she was under 18.
But the fact of it with the pollution made me think about, I did one thing with the English, and then I moved on to the pollution, and I'm like, well, there's too many fucking people, obviously. We got a planet that can sustain 2.5 to 3 billion people. That's the number I've always heard. Where that's coming from,
that's
NASA, scientists, that's what they're saying the amount of natural resources we have is enough to sustain less than half of what we have on the planet. There's 7.3 to 7.5 billion people. So that's when I got into starting to cull all the other ones out. Because you got to imagine, you'd be surprised how many millions and millions of people would fucking just either turn purple, float away, or disappear.
Yeah. That would pretty much solve the population.
Then it fights crime, too. It's solving crime. I mean, it's creating more murders for the pedophiles, but fuck you.
Well, they're douchebags anyway, so no big loss.
So I put out a mass text to about 15 people saying, if you could play God, what's one thing you would change about the world? Oh, shit. Now, I probably can't. Oh, God, they're coming faster than I can read.
All right.
What did I do? Graham, formerly of It Radio. I would make it flat. Why? I hope you can hear my texting on a flip phone and microphone. As you said, you're mesmerized by how I text. Who's next? Nurse Ashley's checking in with no more crimes against children. That's good. We got that covered.
Got that covered.
Graham, I would make the world convinced I'm not real. Jesus, what the fuck? I love these answers.
Is he the devil?
No. G off. Everybody could double jump. Jesus Christ.
Double jump.
G Fry's thinking about video games when I say this. Everybody could double jump. I guess that would level the playing field for the NBA.
Yeah, way people like me could play basketball.
Yeah, and white guys could dunk.
Yeah.
This is where the comedy portion of the episode gets in here.
White guy
we're getting out of the series. I asked him why he would make the world flat. Fuck. If you want explanation, I'm going to have to think of something differently. Take that. And all I got from Kid Crazy, formerly of Minnesota Pro Wrestling, was,
So he'll get back to you then.
Yeah, he's going to think it through like way too much. He's also my friend that made that pro Donald Trump American Badass video.
Never seen it.
I think it's on the Truth Hurts So Good blog group.
Okay.
On Facebook that I have.
Mm-hmm.
And he made a video just with a bunch of like Trump footage with the background song of Kid Rock's American Badass. Drinking the Trump Kool-Aid so much, Mr. Kid Crazy. Oh, look, speak of the devil, there he is. Make the earth bigger.
Is he thinking frequent flyer miles?
I'm sure he's thinking for more people. So we
You
can
don't want more
space the people out. Now, there'd be
space
more
them out,
room.
yes.
Here's the problem with that. That affects everything in the universe. Gravitational pull, the sun, the moon, orbits. If you make the Earth bigger, the moon might collide with the Earth.
You just have to make everything proportional. So as the world gets bigger, so would the solar system.
But I said you can only change the world. You can't change the universe. You can't
Well,
be
you
like,
might wanna tell him that.
I would make fancy Mars people.
Well, and tell him he can make the world bigger, but yeah, it's going to be catastrophic in some way.
He says it's too congested. Or remove people.
Well, I think, yeah.
No more of your shitting and cat puke pictures. All right, she's thinking small. Emily's thinking small.
You have shitting and cat puke pictures?
The kid at the playground that we hang out with, Jay, his mom, who I'm hoping to get on one of the shows here soon, she said that my picture of the white Persian kitten with puke on its face, saying "I threw up," which is just a very famous internet meme.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
she said it's gross, and she doesn't like.
But it's gross. That can't be as bad as a buddy of mine posted a girl laying on the bed and she like overflowed her fucking underwear with shit.
Well,
That's
who doesn't
disgusting.
like a good shit photo? How is that disgusting?
It's just, I don't know. I was kind of surprised. Like, how did it fill up that much? That must be some...
There's some Photoshop probably
really
involved.
strong... yeah, maybe.
Also, that's just like a more magnified, intense version of what I did to my underwear during the Super Mario 3 shit.
Is that... okay.
That's why I made that comment.
Okay.
On that dude's photo. Yeah, I was like...
I was just like, what in the hell is Jmann talking about? Mario 3?
I was, like I said, the story goes, I was sitting there in my Ninja Turtle beanbag playing Super Mario 3, and I had to poop, and I didn't want to stop, and I tried to hold it in for too long, and then some came out. And then I was like, there's shit in my pants. And then I was just like, I'm going to keep playing, and then I shit my pants a second time. And I'm like, oh, this is terrible.
I've never done anything so long I've
terrible.
actually shit my pants.
Well, and then the worst part was after 2 shits, I was like, well, what's a third one? And I just let the third one go.
Ah,
Yeah, it was like molasses in my underwear.
Ew. That's fucking disgusting.
Here's frequent collaborator also Bergie checking in. Equality. Every person is one race, gender, religion, and they're bred intelligent and health standards.
Well, if you want to breed intelligence, don't have sex with a rat hood. Or
hood rat?
Hood rat.
You got the dyslexia, do you?
A little bit.
Here's Graham
I
checking
can
in
have
again.
sex with smart people. If you're smart, have sex with a smart person.
Leave it to Graham to stick with crazy off the wall answers. I would make hoverboards a reality because it's 2016 and Back to the Future was a big fat lie.
I have to agree with him.
JC, I'd completely wipe Facebook off the face of the earth. Well, it sounds personal. Mrs. Number One Fan. Men would be the one who would carry babies, not women. And they would have periods and not women. Fuck you.
Oh, bitch.
Sarah, my laser girl. I would end sex trafficking. Well, we kind of covered that base, but yes, good answer. And Neil, I would burn the whole place down. Go fucking figure. Here's other Neil. I'd get rid of organized religion. There's a man after my own heart. Poof. No more organized religion. Then what are you going to do?
You know, if we got rid of organized religion, that would take care of ISIS.
Maybe. Then they're just a bunch of...
Well, would you say they're basing off a religion, or do you just think they're a bunch of power-hungry assholes?
Both.
You think it's a little bit of both?
It depends upon the individual which one of those motivations pulls stronger at the strings of their heart.
I suppose they're not all... Yeah, I suppose they're not all doing it because of religion.
Because you get rid of religion, now they're like, now what do we do? I guess we have sex with each other.
Yeah, we just go back to having sex with our manslave and pretend we're not gay.
No, they just start fucking each other. Because then they make these babies, right? They're making the babies to proliferate the caliphate.
Mm-hmm.
Which I have begun referring to all militant Muslim extremists and ISIS sympathizers, I have begun to refer to as califaggots.
Interesting.
It's just a term I came up with. I submitted it to Urban Dictionary. They didn't take it the first try. I have to work on it a little more.
Yeah, keep working on that.
So he says all organized religion or just religion in general. Boy, that would make life so much easier with all of this God talk. And we're already speaking English, so people can't be like, I'm fighting with you because I don't understand you and you worship the wrong God. Now we don't worship any gods. Fuck. Now what do we do? Well, I guess we better get to work on doing productive stuff.
Don't have to worry about Jehovah's Witnesses coming to the door.
I don't mind them so much. And here's why. I love to fuck with those people. I love to engage them in crazy conversations. One time, many years ago, I was mid-coitus, and the doorbell was ringing. The only reason I was having sex right then is because my mom wasn't home and my dad was out mowing the lawn.
Was there somebody there with you?
Well, yeah, it wasn't me masturbating.
Well,
I said it was mid-coitus, not mid-manipulating myself.
I take coitus as just being in the middle of orgasming.
Yeah, no.
Whether it's manual or you have a partner.
There was not myself by myself. There was both
Okay.
a peignoir and a vagine involved.
Okay.
Those are French terms.
Because I
Perhaps.
don't think I've ever had sex with somebody when my parents were that close. Like, they were not home.
Let me finish this story and I'll give you another one that's going to blow your fucking mind.
All right.
So the doorbell rang and I went upstairs and I opened the door. I'm like, do you have any idea what you just interrupted? Like, I was almost finished. I didn't have a shirt on. I had pants on and stuff. I'm like, what? Oh, you here to give me some Watchtower pamphlets? Don't you know that Jehovah's Witness shit is all stupid and fake? There is no God. Bye. And I shut the door on them.
Did they leave?
They were like 11 or 12.
Okay.
They were Jehovah's Juniors.
I thought they were supposed to be adults if they're going to go.
No, they send their kids sometimes. Because they think you're less likely to tell them to fuck off.
See, whenever I see kids walking up the street wearing some kind of a jersey or cheerleading outfit or something, I pretend I'm not home.
That's a good one.
One of those little sneaky motherfuckers, though, I was in my garage. You see my driveway.
Yeah.
It's long, okay? I was in my garage. 2 boats, a pickup truck, all blocking. You can't see me in the garage. That little shit walked all the way up to my garage because he must have heard me banging on something and started, hey, I'm with the blank football team and where's I was like, I'm not interested. Oh, and he turned around and walked away.
Good. You would never have sex with your parents even outside the home, huh?
I'd have to think real hard, but I don't believe I have. No, I have. Once. In the basement. They were upstairs.
I did a lot of that.
It took quite a lot of begging to get her to go with it, but she did.
My story is a little bit more deviant than that. Thanksgiving 1999, I think, or maybe 2000. The chick I was dating at the time, the one from up north, she and I were in my old room upstairs. The door was open. Everybody else was sitting down for dessert after dinner. So they were downstairs having pumpkin pie. I was upstairs having poontang pie. There was a hole in the crotch of her pants. I just pulled it out through my zipper, and we were laying on my bed next to each other, and we went to town real quick.
Wow.
Laying down side by side. It made it look like we were just cuddling.
I've borrowed my parents' golf cart and said we're going to go for a drive, and I've taken her to the bridge or...
The bridge? That's how homeless people have
sex.
Well,
up in the trees, the woods behind the bridge.
That's still how homeless people have...
Where else am I supposed to take a golf cart and have sex with somebody?
In the public restrooms. In the shower stalls. Half standing up. She's bent over.
Nah, the golf cart seems more fun.
The golf cart seems more fun than having like an enclosed door so nobody can see you. You want the mosquitoes and the wood ticks nipping at you while you're out there playing Robin Hood in the forest giving her the D.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's I don't. Have you ever done it outdoors like that?
Yeah, there's a story of me and that same chick out there on the outskirts of the city. We laid a blanket down and I did her right quick on the ground. And then as soon as I finished, I stood up and we were getting our pants back together. And some people pulled up and goes, "Oh, are you guys looking at the land? We just bought it."
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah.
And I'm like, "Oh, did you think that I wanted real estate? Because I just fucked on what's going to be your front doorstep someday."
Giggity.
And then I took the pants that I was wearing that day and brought it back to Target because I did not care for those red tech pants.
Mm-hmm.
I did not like the way they looked on me.
Before, yeah.
So they had pussy cum stainage on the zipper because I just pulled it out through the zipper. That is a move you rely on a lot more as a teenager than as an adult.
Yeah, as an adult, it's just like, man, I want to take my pants off. I don't want to
Well, yeah, because my bedroom door is a lock.
get zipper burn.
Well, you don't get zipper burn if you pull your balls out, too. The key is to get all of your junk out.
I don't think that's possible with mine.
You pull your wang out, and then you pull it up, and then you slowly fish your sack out one ball at a time.
See, I'd rather risk the zipper burn
Really?
than trying to pull my balls out, too.
You would want to have a series of small serrated scabs down the shaft of your penis.
In all honesty, usually when it comes down to it, I just unbutton and pull it down part ways. I mean,
There you
fuck
go.
it, I don't care.
There you go. Make it seem like you're hanging out in Loring Park. Quick and dirty before law enforcement shows up. This better not be a sting, and if you're a cop, you have to tell me.
Oh, man, me and Mrs. Number One, I don't know how, yeah. Well, she says she loves anal, so I'm going to share this. I think her and I have had sex out in public more than 20 times.
Who the is this guy?
Jesus. Are you trying to get caught?
Sometimes it feels like it.
Does it? I
Yeah.
get that danger's sexy. I've done a bit on danger being so sexy before.
Mm-hmm.
Emily's checking in again with wipe out all child rapists. There we go. That's what I wanted. Real answers, not you and you're getting sick of my cat barf memes. I think I leafed this out enough that I feel confident wrapping it up right now. Unless there's anything you want to add.
No, you pretty much took care of it. I mean, I was going to be a little more selfish with things, but if I had more time to think about it,
Well, that is
maybe I
the
could have thought more of a global.
internal question of morality. Is it the greater good or is it just for me? Interact with the show on Twitter at What Do We Call It? That is at What Do We Call It? You can find us on Facebook at facebook.com/groups/What Do We Call It podcast show. For the What Do We Call It podcast, I'm Jmann.
And I'm number one fan, Tim.
And that's the end.
Make a wish. Count to 3.